What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to One on One with Frank Pinson. We have a guy today who does not need an introduction at all. You go to YouTube, and the only thing you have to type in is YouTube at all, and you'll see this guy right here. I'd like to introduce you to the one, the only, Mr. Demingous Price. Let's give him a round of applause.
What's going on, everybody? It's Demingous Price, aka Mr. YouTube at all. You're tuning in one-on-one with Frank Pinson.
Hey guys, welcome back to One on One with Frank Pinson. We got your guy right here, the one, the only, Mr. YouTube at all, Demingous Price. What's up, sir?
What's good?
I appreciate you coming to the show. I know you got a lot of important things to do, but educate the people right here about entrepreneurship. So you are Mr. Entrepreneur. What is an entrepreneur? Let us know.
Basically, an entrepreneur is pretty much a person who, in my opinion, is somebody who is not going to settle for less. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you're going to look for a better way to better yourself. You know, if you can help somebody along the way, and be as prosperous as possible. Don't really let nothing get in your way or stop you.
That's right. So, what is it that you do? What's your business?
At the moment, my business is pretty much T-shirts. I do video recording and I do photography. I also I move things like one of my cousins, they do like moving furniture and stuff for people. So basically, I do that.
Okay, well that's what's up right there.
As well as security.
Oh yeah, that is right. You just saying.
Right.
You do a lot. All right. So when did you realize that you wanted to work for yourself? Was you working at a meal or something? You're like, hey, I'm not clocking in no more. I'm gonna do this myself. How did you realize, hey, I want to do this for myself?
Well, it pretty much boiled down to you hear. Probably some of your friends, you hear them like, oh man, I gotta get up and go to work in the morning, or man, second shift take up all my day, or I'm tired, I don't want to work third today. Yeah. If you work first shift, if you're not an early bird, then your chances are going to second or third shift job. And most people, they get tired of their job, even though they like it when they start. Some people say, oh, well, I'm gonna go into this to make it a career. Most people, to be honest, they're lying to themselves. You know what I'm saying? You basically most people want to work for themselves. They want the hours where, when you see in the movies where they get up and they can go and sit at the computer and say, oh, let me check my email today. Yeah, And most people, that's basically what it is. And that's basically the type of life that I was like. I want to, when my daughter basically wants me to come to a field day, or she wants me to come and eat lunch with her, I can actually go there.
All right, that's what's up. So how old were you when you realized this is what I'm doing? Was it after high school? Was it after when you were 24, 23? That's about the age when people start getting into working. Do you remember how old you were?
Roughly, up to 23. That's when I basically said, okay, well, I've got to do something. People are making money off of videos. People are making money off of photos. Yeah. I can do that.
That's what's up right there. So let's take a pause right here. You got some explaining to do, man.
Here we go.
You got some explaining to do, man. I want to know what was going on with this. What was happening right here?
Hey, I bet you
got your dog right here.
I bet you this picture right here was flying on a lot of people at that time.
What's going on? Look at him, guys.
If you remember the crisscross era,
you had it, dog.
The crisscross era, I'm saying the boots, the pants, the big jacket, I still remember a day I went to school there. It was supposed to be something similar to crisscross day. But I tell you one thing that was hard was when you wear your clothes like that and in the crisscross moment or the crisscross day to go to the bathroom. We'll leave it at that.
All right, we'll leave it at that. So, Mr. YouTube at all, do you remember your first video? And do you remember that time you was like, oh, this is my first video. I like this experience. Do you remember what that was? Talk to us about that.
My first video, actually, the first video that I can say that I was actually proud of, that I edited myself. I mean, I did the whole thing, and it took me hours, actually. Now to look back at it, it was a very simple thing. But back when I did it, it was the hardest thing. And when people seen it, they were like, you did that? Mm-hmm. But it's on YouTube, actually. And it's, I forgot the name of it, but it basically showed me, and I was just sitting there. This is when I didn't know anything about sound effects or anything. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden I opened my mouth, and when I opened my mouth, the whole screen goes black. my eyes like you know, you ever seen the scary movies, like, you know,
I got you, and they get big or whatnot.
Yeah, they get big, your mouth grows, and, you know, all kind of special effects, you know. And at the time, nobody was doing it.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you do something that nobody does, everybody's like, wow, you know, you actually did that? Yeah, I put in the time. You know.
Let me say here, my wow moment was, I may be late to the game here, was I remember you seeing that, you know, that T.I. versus T.I.P. Video. When I saw you came in the screen with one outfit on, you was sitting on the bed,
right.
and the other one, you was laying on the bed. You came in, like, jumped on the bed. First, I was like, what the world's going on here? Right. But then I got caught on the game, and I was like, this guy's really doing some video editing right here. This is hot right here. So you can do that. So if people want to contact you to make videos for them, can you do that for them?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much service anybody as far as the video and photo. But one thing I tell people, when you do a video or when you come to me for a video, have your ideas together. You know, if you want to do a music video, know what your storyline is, or know what you want to do. You know, so we don't have everybody out there, people who, oh, well, it's time for me to go, and I got to go eat, I want to go home. You know, you don't want people who are not paying attention or not focused.
That's right there. So, talking about that process and shooting a music video, I know one hot video that I did see was the Tenjin Rod Fisher and EBG.
Yeah.
You did that yourself, correct?
I did. Actually, we were out here, we were out in the parking lot, outside, and we did another location, and you know, they were really hype, and you know, shout out to them. They all they wanted to do was dance, and I had people come back, you know, and people were like, well, why didn't you put any effects on it? Why didn't you do anything special to it? I said, well, you got to look at it like this. These boys basically are from here, from Dalton. They're really unknown to anybody, but basically, when you put them in front of a camera and you give them promotion, or you help them promote themselves,
turned up.
You basically, you know, if they're performing in front of that camera as if they're looking at a show that Jay-Z, Kanye, or somebody else can do, you know, of course they're gonna act the way that, you know, a person would on stage.
Turned. They was turned. I can say that. Though.
Lit is the word that they use these days. You know, I'm older than you though, so you know.
So to promote yourself, what all type of videos can you do? Can you do commercials? Can you do stuff for family reunions? Can they contact you to do that? Any type of videoing? Can they do that?
Right. Well, actually, you know, everything I do is pretty much self promotion. You can go to Google at this point now and search YouTube it all minus the E on YouTube, and you pretty much pull up anything that I've done. You know, that's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I mean, you know, it's like
it's out there.
Way out there. Yeah, it's beyond. Beyond words. Basically, is what it gets to.
So, talking about your business, what all do you? What's all under your umbrella? I know you self promote here.
Right.
You do T-shirts. You do decals. What all? Tell the people what it is that you do for them.
Basically, I do T-shirts, decals, videography, photography. If you're having a party, I've had people to ask me if I can DJ. I've had people ask me if I can do security for them. I've had them, you know. I mean, really, honestly, there's no limit really to it. At this point, it's no limit. You know?
All right, don't turn into Master P now.
Right.
All right. So anything you guys need, contact us, man. We'll have his contact information at the end of the show. Just follow that link, and it'll go right here to him. Before we get you out of here, I know being an entrepreneur is not easy. What are some of the things that you like or dislike about that?
Well, the main thing that I like is I can make my own hours, you know, and it's not for everybody. I will say that, because I've had a lot of people say, well, I look up to you because, you know, for the people who've actually seen from A to B, or from A to now, I'm not going to say B because I'm not stopping, you know, so from A to now, people say, well, I've seen how you come up, man, you know, that's unbelievable, you know. I mean, you do so much now, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm getting to the point now I'm going to need help. So now it's not going to be just me, you know, but one of the things I like is the hours, you know, and sometimes the pay is worth what the job is, but there's times that, you know, the dislikes, the hours that you really put into it. I've had my daughter say, you know, Dad, you doing too many shirts, or you know, something like that. But I'm like, we're gonna go to the jump part. She's like, oh, well, do you need help?
Yeah, no,
so I'm like, okay, yeah, we good.
It's not just your thought. That's how it is in the real world. So before we get you out of here, the last thing, any advice to the young entrepreneurs who's coming up in the world who think they want to do this? Anything you have to say to them?
As far as that, I will point out that if you have somebody teaching you, first off, if you have somebody teaching you, don't use that against your teacher, or as the word says, don't bite the hand that feeds you, because someday you might have to go across that bridge that you almost burned or did burn. You never know, and there's a lot of people that I've asked for help, and, when I was starting, and they was like, oh, no, I don't see any big profit or anything like that. So I turn around and I say, okay, thank you, and then now I still say thank you because there's a lot of things that I didn't do or couldn't do now that I'm doing. Yeah. So basically stay down with what you're doing. If you're really serious about it, stay down with it.
That's it right there. So while I drink this drink here.
My friend John Brown, you are avenged.
You go ahead and explain to people how they can follow you on social media.
Mainly Facebook. I currently have 32,000 followers and running. I also am a member of, are you okay?
Yeah, okay. Keep
sure.
Going.
Okay. Everything is YouTube at all. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Google, YouTube. On YouTube, it's YouTube at all TV, but that's for the more serious things that I want more of a widespread opinion on.
That's it right there, guys. Follow this guy. Hit him up. Send him a message. Anything you can do to promote you guys, anything you have going on, get him. He'll help you out with that right there.
Obviously, he didn't know about this, so this is a part of the show that was unscripted and uncut. It has his motto on the back and the hashtag.
That's it right there. Hey, guys, this is something right here. I promote this guy, man. Hey,
so there you go.
I like these gifts, sir. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I'm going to rock that everywhere I go. I might not change for a week.
Since we're here in Dalton, the colors are red and white, and he's a catamount.
I put in work. Now, I put in work. It's something I do. But like I always say, don't just be great. Always inspire, motivate, and teach others to do the same. Until next time.